San Diego Convention Center will soon be used to shelter unaccompanied migrant children who are seeking asylum here in the United States.
And this comes after a surge of migrants has arrived at the southern border over the last few months, and more are likely on the way. Fox 40's Jason Sloss has the details on that plan.
The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services will run an operation using the San Diego Convention Center to shelter unaccompanied migrant children seeking asylum in the U.S. San Diego Mayor Todd Gloria and County Supervisor Nathan Fletcher say they got the call over the weekend and quickly made the decision to help. Fletcher says the federal government is picking up the tab for the operation.
It's a very challenging situation. It's been dominating, a lot of the headlines. But again, we don't want these kids dumped on the street where they're vulnerable and prey to potential human trafficking. And almost all of them have a family sponsor here in the United States. It's a matter of having a safe location for them to go and to facilitate a smooth transition to their sponsors here in the United States.
The convention center will shelter children up to 17 years old who will stay there on average 30 to 35 days. It's unclear how many children will end up at the convention center. Fletcher says the convention center availability for the operation will run until July 1st. And he adds safety is a top priority as children will not be allowed to leave the convention center until their reunification with family or sponsors.
The federal government has conveyed they take the security of this very seriously, and they will be providing those services for the convention center. And so we think that we can do this and do this responsibly, both to protect these kids, but also ensure that folks in the downtown area are not impacted.
Fletcher says the migrant shelter could launch within a week. The announcement comes as hundreds of the homeless are relocating from the convention center to local shelters this week. Earlier this month, local leaders said the convention center would transition into a vaccination superstation.
The problem with vaccines has been a shortage of supply of vaccines, not a shortage of locations. We could do 3 times as many vaccines as we're doing now, even without the Petco site operating. Today, we launched a new superstation that can do 1,500 a day at San Diego State University. And so this won't impact in any way our ability to get shots in arms. We can find locations to administer vaccines. On vaccines, we just need the supply to increase.